very much. That's an excellent question. I want to be clear so I make sure that your students don't get misled about this entrepreneur's visa. I think it would be very difficult for one of your students to go directly from your program and to immigrate as an entrepreneur to the United States. So the target here is foreign students in the United States. And there are many, many Indian students. There are more than 100,000 Indian students in the United States. And in our programs in engineering and science and computer science, at the graduate level, in many of those programs, the majority of the students are foreign students. They are not Americans. They're from abroad. You know, as many of you know, it's something I'm very proud of in my country. We have many of the best universities in the world. I mean, you have very good universities here in India too, but we have, you know, many of the highest world-class universities, and so the best students from all over the world want to go and study. And so the goal of this new program is to keep those students in the United States if they wish to start a new company. And there's a requirement, you mentioned the seed capital. So there's a requirement that they show that they have raised sufficient seed capital to start their new company in order for them to stay. And in the United States, there are many, many facilities to try to help young people with ideas. So we have what we call accelerators. Some of you might have heard of Y Combinator and organizations like that, which bring together talented entrepreneurs, put them in touch with people with money, with venture capitalists and others, so that people with good ideas can find funding sources for their new companies. So these would be the sources of money for these foreign students who wish to stay and try to start their own company. And the United States has a very, very strong network of these entrepreneurs, you know, particularly in California, but in other places as well. Increasingly, New York City has started a whole big new hub with the help of New York State money to set up these accelerators in New York. It's expanding its university programs in technology right in New York City. Our North Carolina Research Triangle is another area. I think one of the good things for India is increasingly you are seeing some of your young people who studied in the United States, maybe worked with companies or started their own companies in the United States, coming back to India and seeing great opportunities here in India. And I presume in your program you try to put some of your students in touch with some of the Indians who maybe have worked in Silicon Valley or in the United States and understand how the innovation culture works there. Because I mean, there are things that my country is not the best at anymore. You know, we don't make the best cars in the world, but we do have the best system for encouraging entrepreneurship. I believe that, and I think there's much to learn. And I think India, if you know, just from reading your newspapers and watching developments here, I think you're learning very rapidly, and I think that's something for you to take advantage of. So thank you for your question.
Thank you very much.